What's going on, people? So basically, the PS4 is going to revolutionize gaming. Okay, some new leaked details that came out yesterday. The PS4 isn't going to be called PS4, and it's not going to be called Project Orbis. It's going to be called Omni, and it's going to be 2 to 3 times more powerful than the Wii U, and it's also going to support DirectX 11. Now here's the thing, though. First off, about the controller, we don't know anything about the controller just yet, but we do. IGN showed this thing today that Sony is working on this controller, where it's basically like a DualShock controller with like the Move built into it, and like with magnets or whatever, you can rip it apart so it's like two separate controllers with the Move, or you can put it back together magnetically to be like a regular DualShock controller. So that's pretty crazy. But here's the thing though about the Omni that's really the system selling feature, it's going to have this thing that you can put on your head or on your face where it'll turn any TV into a 3D TV based on like whatever's on that device or thing, whatever. Now, here's what the article says. It can turn any TV into a 3D TV as well as add extra augmented reality information outside of the TV screen. One application from an entertainment perspective, seeing movies in 2K, 4K, or IMAX resolutions as their original size, where you have to move your head to look at the full picture being displayed. That is crazy, dude. Now they're gonna have. Here it says plans are a basic unit with 160 gigs and the system. With controller for $350 to $400, and one with the Omni viewer, which is that device, and a pack-in game for $450 to $500. It aims for September 2013 launch. Now, aside from this, it's also going to have backwards compatibility through the Omni Cloud, and you can also with the PS1, PS2, and PS3. Now, if you want to play PS3 games, you can use that Omni Cloud thing, but you can also buy this other thing. It's basically like it has the cell processor, and it'll be $70 to $100. But that's pretty much pointless. First off, if you have a PS3 that works, you don't need that. And aside from that, if the game works with the Omni Cloud thing, then you don't need it. Now, last but not least, this is the thing that I want to get to. Aside from the whole augmented reality like 3D thing, that's just ridiculous, dude. If that can work, like if that works, that will revolutionize gaming. That is insane. But here's the thing, the games. It says known first-party games in development for PlayStation Omni are next-gen Uncharted, next-gen Siren, The Bodyguard, Wipeout Omni, Bump in the Night, Killzone 4, Gran Turismo Prologue, next-gen Media Molecule, and Omni Fitness. Obviously, you guys already know, like, I love Uncharted and I love Killzone, so I'm super pumped. If these are the launch games, which I assume they're going to be, especially Killzone 4, I made a video about Killzone a couple weeks ago where I found that picture, like, in this obscure part of the internet, where, in, like, a forum thing, where it basically gave away that Killzone 4 is coming out in 2013. So, and for the longest time, I've been saying that Killzone 4 is going to be a launch game for the PS4, and it seems like I was right about that. Now, Guerrilla Games had said they were working on something for the PS3, all dealing with Killzone, something for the PS3, something for the next-gen console, and something for the Vita. They also said that they were working on a new IP. I figured that because at the beginning of the year when they said that they were going to have Killzone HD or whatever, or like Killzone like a classic put on the PSN store, and it never happened. After they scrapped that, I figured that they were going to work on a Killzone HD, and that's exactly what they did. And I was like, that's what they're doing for the PS3. Then for the Vita, we already knew what they were doing with that. And the PS4, Killzone 4 is going to be a launch game. And you can check out, I made a video before E3 about that, and I also made the video a couple weeks ago about that picture that I found. So Killzone 4 and Uncharted 4 are going to be launch titles. We're going to have a Gran Turismo Prologue, a new Media Molecule game. It's just insane, dude. And on top of that, the device, unlike what Nintendo has been doing, this doesn't seem like it'll be a gimmick. I mean, of course it could be, but when you think about it, if there's this thing that can make any TV into a 3D TV and have things pop out at you, like aside from 3D, like that is insane, dude. And if it works, like, dude, this will the PS4 Omni Orbis whatever. It's gonna revolutionize gaming, people. It's absolutely insane, and it's affordable. It's not like the reason I say that is because the Xbox that they talked about is going to be $500. It's going to be a little bit more powerful than the Omni, but it's going to be $500. So when you have the Wii U, which is a current gen console, it's not true next gen, at $350, and then you have to choose between the Omni and the Xbox. I mean, I think the obvious choice is the Omni. You know what I mean? Because even if here's the way I feel about the Xbox. They have a thing that's going to be a similar thing where it can like project stuff onto walls and things like that. But the thing about the Xbox that listen, the hardware seems like it's going to be good, but they still don't have games. I saw that they're going to have a Halo trilogy remake. Like they have no games, dude. That's the reason in my eyes, if you want to go in that direction, you should just get a PC. If you want to play Nintendo games, at least they have exclusives. If you want to stick with Sony, they have everything. They have the multiplats that are going to be on par with the Xbox and the PC. And on top of that, they have the really cool feature with the 3D thing and like the virtual reality, whatever. And they also have the exclusives. And Killzone 4 and Uncharted 4, that is an amazing launch like lineup of a few games right there. You have the biggest franchise in Sony, like for PlayStation, with Gran Turismo. You have a prologue game for Gran Turismo 6. You have Uncharted, which has been one of the biggest, advances this generation. And you have Killzone, which is like the premier Sony shooter. I mean, I think the choice is obvious, people. But yeah, that's basically that, people. Later.